Chance for severe weather in Florida tonight. We've already seen some, and a good chance for severe weather here in the high plains. Things have stayed unsettled in the west, and temperatures reflect that. As you can see, some 60s and even 50s, while we're still looking at 80s through the plain states. Tell you what, we're going to take a look at some radars for you right now, and you can see the rains continue in the northeast. As we zoom in, guess what? If you're flying into LaGuardia or JFK, you need the umbrella. It's going to be a soggy one, and it looks like that cab ride into Manhattan is going to be quite treacherous, even more so than usual, if you know what I mean. As we head on south into Baltimore and D.C., just some patchy areas of rain. Annapolis looking at some precipitation now, and it has been rough in Florida all week long. We're still looking at some strong storms. We'll tell you when those will end coming up.
The weather across the country.
Good. How about Nashville, Tennessee?
Some instances, but in other instances, it's not so good news. Let's take a look. Normal, so this year was well below when you compare it to last year. And the snowpack was about the same. As far as the water content goes, it was well above average. Here's what average would have been, and you can see how far and above you went last year. But you know what? You needed it because it's been so dry for so long in the west. Here's our forecast, or the runoff forecast. Looking at our satellite vantage point, you can see why. It's very unsettled. We've had showers and thunder showers throughout the area, and we've also had some snow in the higher elevations, as much as 1.5 feet of snow this week in some of the Sierra Nevada, believe that or not. Out ahead of this front, we've seen some big storms firing up from parts of Texas on north into North Dakota. Here's the deal in Texas and New Mexico. Not quite as intense as last night. Nevertheless, watch out on those roadways. Could see some problems between Laramie and Cheyenne. Some action going on there, and now they're starting to fire up between Devil's Lake, North Dakota, on back towards Bismarck. So take it easy out there if you're traveling. It's away from the official start of hurricane season. Even though we may not see a hurricane for some time, it's always good to be informed and prepared before the season starts. That's the purpose of the National West. It's been unsettled. It's going to stay that way. Okay? So make sure they have the rain gear from Missoula, Montana on back towards Denver, Colorado, and as far south as Wink, Texas. Along the eastern seaboard, it's going to be windy and rainy and sort of nasty. A little on the chilly side, too. Cooler than normal temperatures have been found in the east this week, and tomorrow is going to be no exception. As we head to the west, we're going to see some cool temperatures, too. But here in the middle of the nation, with high pressure and control, it's going to be warm. Stay tuned. We'll tell you how long this pattern is going to last and where it is headed if it does change. Don't go away. More rain-slick roadways throughout parts of the New England area. I-95 going to see some problems tonight. It's not a heavy rain. It's just enough to be aggravating. You know what I'm talking about, too. Good news is we think this weekend we're going to have a total change in the weather pattern, and that's going to bring some improving weather conditions into New England and some warmer temperatures. So get ready for that. Some rain continues in Florida. Actually, some strong storms continue. It's been popping here along the high plains, and in the northwest it's remained unsettled. We've seen quite a bit of rain this week in parts of the northwest, and it continues to be the case tonight. Klamath Falls, thunder shower in the past hour or so, and we've seen some intensity with the storms right out ahead of that frontal boundary. Along with that, you can expect some very windy conditions throughout the plains right on into tomorrow morning. Stay tuned, we'll tell you why next.